You do not need to be on Instagram to have a successful business. I really want to talk about this because it's one of the biggest barriers to entry for someone who wants to start their autonomous stream of income. So in this video, we're going to talk about why you don't need to be on Instagram and what you can do to have a successful solo business. Welcome. My name is Mira, the Neurospicy Crone, and I help highly sensitive and neurodiverse women 50 and up have an independent stream of income that's nervous system friendly and lifestyle forward. And in my experience, Instagram is not nervous system friendly at all. So let's look at the facts. First of all, Instagram is all about speed. It's about volume. It's about chasing trends and chasing the algorithm. Even huge accounts have really tiny organic reach. What organic reach is that if you've got, let's say, 2,000 followers, only about 2%, maybe 5% of those followers who have said, yes, I want to see what you post on Instagram, only 2 to 5% of them will actually ever see it. That's crazy. So it's super ineffective. Just off the bat, it's like not a great way to generate income, to build a clientele, so to speak. So if you love Instagram and it's enjoyable for you and it's soothing to your nervous system, then of course go for it. You can use it as a way to express yourself creatively. You can use it as a way to stay connected with friends. But as a business strategy, I do not recommend it. For me, Instagram has always felt like the popular girls group of which I have never been a part. I was a serious outcast in junior high and high school, like eating lunch alone in seventh grade, which felt super awkward every single day, but I just wasn't a part of the girl groups. And getting on Instagram, I've probably posted 5 posts on Instagram in 20 years. I've never used it. It never has felt good to me. I've never felt at home there. I've never felt like I belong. And so a lot of people say to me when they want to start a business, they're like, oh, I got to get on Instagram. And they're saying it with a sense of dread. And I'm like, no, 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 sweet sister. You do not need to get on Instagram because basically it's ineffective. And secondarily, which is also important, it's a drain on our nervous system. It's like processed, highly processed fast food. You get a dopamine hit, but it's not like complex carbohydrates that are going to sustain our business in the long run. So TikTok is the same way. It's even faster. It's even more reliant on the algorithms. I've never even been on TikTok. I'm sure it's fun, but I've never been there. So it's ineffective is the most important reason. It's not nervous system friendly, which is another important reason. And for me, my ideal clients are not on Instagram, or they might be on Instagram, but they're also other places where it's easier for me to connect with them. So unless you're really focused on millennials and younger, like even 20s and 30s, and I do have a couple of clients who are focused on that younger group. They're coaching people who are like emerging into adulthood. They need support with college. They need support with moving out of their parents' homes. They need support with job applications and interviews. So this person actually could benefit from being on Instagram. And in her case, she's very methodical about how she posts and when she posts, and it's not her main channel. It's just kind of a way to have a little bit of a presence. She's not trying to build a business on Instagram. Another woman that I work with is doing tax consulting for people who are just starting to pay taxes, right? So people 18 to 20, 25. And so they all also are on this platform. But again, she's not going to be able to cut through the noise and find the person who's like, oh yeah, I do want help with my taxes. So for her, word of mouth is a much better channel for her to use, where she's building authentic relationships with real people in real time, and they're referring people, and she's getting them good results, and they're referring others to her. And that's a very sustainable way to build a business. It's much more nervous system friendly, and it's how we build a business. When we have a micro business, we don't need thousands and thousands and thousands of paying customers and clients. Depending on your business model, You might only need 20 clients a year, or maybe 100 clients a year, but not thousands and thousands. So it's really the neighborhood approach to business building, not like the world domination influencer. We're not influencers. We don't want to be influencers. And if you want to be an influencer, that's awesome. But if you want to have an autonomous stream of income that's nervous system friendly and lifestyle forward, Instagram is not an effective, safe, or healthy place to be. And I lump in with that TikTok and Facebook. Let's talk about Facebook, because my ideal client is in her late 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And we are on Facebook. We all got on Facebook like, I don't know, 20 some years ago. And for me, I see it as like a phone directory. Like it's a place to look people up, to see what they're doing, to go check on someone. Like if someone reaches out to me, I'll type their name into Facebook and see like, oh, this is who they are, or here's who our mutual friends are. That's always super helpful to find out how I might know this person who's reaching out to me. Also, I use it for events. We love to go see live music, and those are usually posted on Facebook. But I never scroll Facebook. It's also like highly processed fast food. It does not feel good in my body. And I use something called a feed eradicator. I just block the feed so I can't even see it. I don't have the app on my phone. I've been hacked on Facebook a couple of times. I have a video about it. It just feels like like I've said before, it feels like at the end of the night at a bar when just like the most drunk people are left and the lights are on. Like that's what Facebook feels like to me. Like closing time at a bar. So fine, I can go out on there, but I am not using it as a business strategy at all. In fact, I have posted, I've been running my own businesses for 30 years, and I have posted on Facebook, and it's so ineffective. It's ridiculous. And I am morally opposed to any sort of paid ads on these social media platforms, because I don't want to feed the broligarchy. This is what's wrong with our society, in my opinion. And I don't want to play that game. I don't want to feed into the system. So someone who is using paid ads on one of these platforms, they are spending tens of thousands of dollars a month for volume, volume, volume. And we just never need to play that game. It's like buying an ad on TV. We don't need to buy an ad on TV, right? So forget about these channels if they don't feel good in your body and you want to build your own stream of income. You don't need them. You will be successful without them. I have been successful for over 30 years without relying on these channels as a platform. Well, so then what do you do? How do you let people know who you are and what you're doing? Well, there's lots of ways to do it. And this is something that we dive into deep in the Aligned Income Collective. And I'll tell you about that in a moment. But basically, you want to choose one, uno. Then, after that one's established, maybe a second one. And if you're really feeling spunky, a third channel. Not 10, not 5, not 4. So one channel, the one that makes you feel the best. I love it. I love to do my thing on this channel. I'll give you some examples. One can be in-person connecting. That can be your channel. You can find a really cool women's networking group in your area. Get involved, participate, get to know people, have coffee dates with people from that group, ask them about their business, support them, ask them how you can support them and how they can support you. That's a channel. You can do that exclusively and have a successful business. Maybe you love to give workshops. You could give a workshop and then do the follow-up from the workshop, the participants of that workshop. That's another channel you can choose. So if you love to do workshops, have that be your main way of letting people know who you are and what you do. Another example is YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I love YouTube because I like making videos. I like editing videos. When I'm consuming media for pleasure, I'm on YouTube. That's where I have to be careful. It's like I could just binge watch YouTube all day. So YouTube is a channel that feels really good to me. But I only started my YouTube channel about 6 months ago because I was focused on my other two channels, one being LinkedIn. So my ideal client is a professional woman who's looking to get out of her salaried job, her corporate career, and she wants to do something autonomously. So she's already likely on LinkedIn, and I just like the vibe on LinkedIn. People are pretty cool, and it crosses over with the in-person networking that I do. So I meet people in person, and then we continue to develop our relationships on LinkedIn. And oftentimes I'll go to a group and someone will say, oh, I saw your post on LinkedIn. So that's a beautiful overlap, LinkedIn and in-person networking. And then my third channel is Substack, which I kind of let languish. I don't really focus on Substack. I'll post out there, but I'm not engaging the way I do on YouTube and LinkedIn. So that's an example. They are social platforms, but they feel good to me. I like my community there. So let's take a deep breath together, because we don't have to be on Instagram to run our business. Isn't that a relief? And if you would like support building your autonomous stream of income, I want to invite you to check out The Collective. It's a small group of highly sensitive and neurodiverse women who are in their third stage of life, however you want to define that, who are pulling away from a salaried position to do something more autonomous, more nervous system friendly, and lifestyle forward. And if that sounds like a good fit for you, check the links in the description below and you can look into this a little bit more. You can connect with me directly. You can look at the details online, because the more of us who have our autonomous stream of income, the more of a safety net we have in society. When we're all beholden to a corporation, they can just drop us like a hot potato. But when we know how to develop relationships and exchange value with others, it really doesn't matter about the financial situation, the money. It can be money, but it also can be something else. So for me, I feel like this is the best thing that we can be doing at this moment in time, is to really think about how our value in the world can be exchanged in the open market at a micro level, at a neighborhood level. So if that sounds good to you, please check it out. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. You can like, you can share, and comment. Do you love Instagram? Do you use Instagram? Do you feel absolutely, totally, and completely relieved knowing that that is a barrier that has been completely removed, because you can have a successful business without being on Instagram? So thank you so much for being here. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.